I knew the company was doomed the moment Jared walked in. The new 28-year-old CTO, wrapped in a fitted vest and more confidence than competence. He clapped his hands like a seal begging for fish and announced that our architecture was legacy garbage. The garbage he was pointing at? My code. My system. The backbone of the entire company. I had built Quantum Ops' logistics engine during the 2020 chaos, holding the company together while the world fell apart. But Jared looked at me, a tired woman in a hoodie, and decided I was obsolete. What he didn't know was that I wasn't an employee. I was an LLC. Ironclad Logic LLC. I didn't sign an employment contract. I licensed my code to them. And like any landlord renting a penthouse to messy tenants, I kept a spare key. Jared began phasing me out immediately. Canceled meetings, revoked access. New team members who didn't know the difference between a load balancer and a toaster. The moment he said, "Sweetheart," I mentally marked his expiration date. Friday afternoon, HR summoned me for the classic end-of-week firing ritual. Jared smirked through the whole thing, telling me my trajectory no longer aligned with their vision. I handed over my badge and laptop. Then I asked one question. "So, you're ending the relationship completely?" "Obviously," he snapped. "Perfect." Because the moment he fired me, he fired the on-site support included in their licensing plan, and the payment for that license was already overdue. I opened the manila folder I'd brought, the contract he never read. Clause 4. Clause 6. The nuclear options. His smirk faded. I left peacefully. Went home. Poured whiskey. Logged into my private admin console in Estonia. I didn't hack anything. I simply flipped a contract-controlled switch. License revoked. Effective Monday, 8 a.m. And at 8 a.m., precisely, inventory dead. Vendor API, dead. Payroll, dead. Entire supply chain dead. By 8:30 a.m., Mike, the junior dev, was live texting the apocalypse. Jared kicked a server rack. Legal asked him if he can read. Jared is crying. At 9 a.m., Jared finally called. "Turn it back on. Did you pay the invoice?" "We're not paying that." "Then enjoy the outage." His voice cracked like a teenager denied Fortnite. Then the CEO called. He tried empathy. Then threats. Then desperation. That's when I gave him the options. A. Build your own system. B. Buy the code outright. The price? $2.6 million. Exactly 1% of the revenue my code saved during the pandemic. He screamed. He panicked. He caved. Legal called next Sharon, the only competent person in the building. She confirmed everything. 10 minutes later, my banking app blinked. Incoming wire, 2.6 million. I hit the restore command. Every red light turned green. Mike texted again. It's like the end of Apollo 13. People are hugging. Jared looks like he aged 40 years. I didn't care. I poured myself a better drink, deleted the old crow, and wrote one final email to Jared. The keys are under the mat. Try not to burn the house down. P.S. That legacy garbage cost you $2.6 million. Respect the code next time, sweetheart. 2 weeks later, I walked into Apex Logistics, their biggest competitor. I wore a blazer. Looked expensive. Felt more expensive. Their engineering director welcomed me like I'd just ascended from Mount Sinai with stone tablets. They wanted the same system Quantum Ops used. I couldn't give them the old code. Quantum Ops now owned it. But the next generation? The modern architecture I'd been sketching in boring meetings? That I could build. Rust-based. High concurrency. Faster, smarter, untouchable. 6 months, I told them. Full autonomy. No yerets. They agreed. With equity. And just like that, I had a new empire to build. Here's the truth about victory. It's not about burning your enemies to the ground. It's making sure that even when they think they won, you were 3 moves ahead, selling them the ashes at market rate. Quantum Ops thought I was an employee, a relic, a fossil. But I wasn't part of their machine. I owned the machine. I rented it to them. And when they fired the old code lady, they fired the landlord. and the rent was due. Game over. Corporate checkmate. If you enjoyed the story, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and share it with your friends. Your support helps us bring more powerful real-life stories to you.